Looking now at Titus chapter 3, verse 12. Hauton pempso artemon pros se e tukikon spudasan elthen pros me eis nikapolin eke gar kekrika parakemasai. Reading that in the New American Standard. When I send Artemis or Tychicus to you, make every effort to come to me at Nicopolis, for I have decided to spend the winter there. Going through these verses one by one, or these words one by one, just haten, when. So setting us up for what follows here is going to be a dependent clause, not the independent clause. So as we analyze that, we want to keep in mind that we are still looking for the main verb. So when pempso, I send, this is in the subjunctive because it's contingent upon this, I guess, the mood of uncertainty being when I send these things to you. It's not something that's actually happened yet. So when I send pros se to you, and then who or what's being sent, the object would be Artemis or Tychicus. So the verb here and then the object. So when I send Artemis or Tychicus to you, again, Titus is on Crete, and then here's our main verb, spudasan. So the main verb is a second person imperative, second person singular, and it's imperative. Meaning, Titus is the implied subject here, or you are the main subject. So here's our main verb for this whole clause. Make haste, or I believe the idea of do quickly or do your best, both are highlighted here. Make every effort is the way that it's translated in NASB, to do something with intense effort and motivation. So there's an idea of work at this, or do it eagerly, one or the other, or do it quickly. Do it eagerly, do it with effort, or do it quickly. So do quickly or hasten, and then to what? Well, what follows is a infinitive, elthen, to come, and then again, in contrast to I'm sending them to you, you come to me. So come to me in or into Nicopolis, the city where Paul is. And they're given the reason here for, given the explanation and explanatory gar for there being Nicopolis, in that place, there, kekrika, I have decided. This is a perfect, so there's a sense of finality to it. I have decided this with ongoing implications into the future. I have decided to winter there. This is one word in the Greek. We translate it typically to spend the winter there, but sometimes we forget that we do have an English verb, winter. I winter in Florida, for example. I actually don't winter in Florida. I winter in Michigan, where I also summer and spring and fall. But if I could winter in Florida or Puerto Rico, I probably would. But the idea is this is something Paul has decided to do. I have decided to winter. I have decided to winter there. And this is also giving the idea of why this is quickly. He's implying this is going to be soon. This is going to be before winter, that you need to hasten to come to me, which I've always appreciated reading chapter 1 in light of chapter 3, verse 12, where we're exposed to the magnificence of the task that Titus is given of appointing elders, character qualified, tested men in all of the towns on Crete, in the midst of the backdrop of a culture that doesn't appreciate the gospel, that doesn't appreciate Christian virtues, to be instructing older women and younger women, older men, younger men, to be raising up these leaders, to be instructing the truth of the gospel, to be rejecting false teachers, all of this letter. And then he concludes with, and do this all as soon as possible, like in the next couple months, because soon Artemis or Tychicus are going to be there. The idea would be that they'll be able to relieve him, hopefully, and help to continue where Titus has left off. But still, it speaks to the significance of the task and the urgency of the task that Titus has been given, if he's to essentially wrap it up as quickly as possible. So that is Titus chapter 3, verse 12.